What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. We're just getting started here. What is what the fuck? Why can't I see the chat? Can you guys see the chat? Because I cannot. Why is there an error? What the fuck? Wow, I cannot even see the fucking chat. Okay, I'll be right back. What the fuck is going on? Wow. I can't see the chat. It says something went wrong. There's a fucking monkey. What? Come on. This can't be happening. Come on. I literally can't see the chat. Are you fucking kidding me? Why is this happening? What the fuck? Are you serious? Everybody hold. I'm gonna try a new live. Why? Dude, what the fuck? Why? For everybody still sitting in here, I can see the chat. What's up, everybody? How we doing? We're all good. All right. See the live chat? Okay, fantastic. I'm going to pin my resources and we'll dive in, guys. Okay, fantastic. All right, we're in, guys. So today on this live, while everybody hops in, we're going to be talking about, that was a great clap. We're going to be talking about some dating stories. I'll get into a Q&A. It's going to be a great Sunday stream. I haven't done a live on YouTube in quite some time, and the people need it. People need the truth. And something that happens when you view my content is you don't understand that it's so true until you go through it. Like, you can hear something I say, right? And it might sound insane. It might sound crazy. It might sound like audacious or bold or whatever the case is. And you're like, that can't be true. There's no way. No, it's true. It's true. And then once you experience it, you don't view women and dating the same ever again. Everything changes. Because what you have to realize is if you want to be good with women, you really do have to unlearn a lot of the things you were told as a child, as a young adult, as a man, because it's going to lead you astray. See, women are backwards, guys. They're really, really backwards in how they think, how they operate, what motivates them, etc. And we need to peel back the layers on our programming, of behavior, of how we should talk to them and view them and blah, 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 because that's going to lead you astray. So let me tell you some stories from the week, just the week, because there's too many stories to go through. Then we'll get into some questions, but you can already start firing off the questions in the chat, and I'll go back to them for sure. So as you know, I'm a big believer in attracting women through all different avenues. I like online, I like in person, I like it all. They all work if you do it the right way. And there were some really good approaches that I wrote about on Twitter that I want to kind of talk about and why they worked. Okay. There was one to start with a French girl. Okay. Now, I saw this girl in the mall and I'm like, yeah, I'm going up to that fucking girl. And you know how I knew this? She was basically covered head to toe in like a tracksuit, like a hoodie and sweats, and still valid. Like it was baggy too. It was not even form fitting, but just face card was so valid. I was like, that's how you fucking know that's an attractive human being. So I went up to her. Something I love doing, guys, is like, by the way, if you're a guy that's never approached women, you have approach anxiety, let me just tell you something, okay? They're just human beings. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Shoot. And they actually love it, okay? They would much rather a guy come up to them than anything else because it is so, it's masculine bravado. It is masculine energy. It is, I see something I want, aka you, tan French girl, and I'm going to walk up right to you and go get it. That's Aura. That is the essence of being a man. So I went up to her in the mall, in the store that I was looking, at. And I like the line of thinking they're familiar. I like doing that. I like stemming conversation from maybe the point of I know them from someplace. Very quickly, though, of course, she was like, I'm from France. I don't really speak English, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, but she was trying to get the words out. Okay. She was trying to talk and get the words out. If she just said that one word and then like maybe like went back to looking at what she was doing or like turned away, I'm not going to force the issue. That's another really important lesson with approaching women. You should never feel like you're forcing the issue, right? You should look very quickly and see and get a vibe on their vibe. Are they nice, right? Are they showing mutual effort to continue and maintain a conversation? If so, continue, persist, keep the conversation going. So I'm evaluating this girl. She's trying to get the words out. She can't fucking speak English, really. She gets somewhere, I'm from France, blah, blah, blah. But she was like trying to talk to me. So I pull out ChatGPT Riz, and I'm like, showing her, I'm like, you look familiar, blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? Like, why are you in whatever, the States, etc. So we have this back and forth conversation. And then I'm like, give me your Instagram. She knew what Instagram meant. So I got her Instagram and very high interest as well in the messages. It worked because it's very easy conversation. You have to understand something. Everything I teach is based on psychology. Psychology that's never going to change, guys. Never. Men are men, women are women. So it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, what year it is, blah, blah, blah. When you operate a certain way, when you talk a certain way with women, they can't help but respond a certain way. That is why what I teach works so well. Because it's rooted in psychology that's never going to change. And so like easy conversation, building commonalities, rapport-based, lower anxiety, increasing comfort, all of these things equate to desire. They equate to interest, whether they want it or not. Like they can't control their own psychology. Their subconscious mind is how it is. And so once you just reverse engineer how they operate, it's applicable to everyone. And there was another instance, and then we'll get into some date talk. There was another instance. I was walking, they were coming towards me, and I made eye contact with this girl, and she kind of smiled. So it was a choosy signal. Whatever you get a choosy signal, if you're not shooting with choosy signals, your mind is fucked up. Your mind is you need to reprogram. Because anytime I get a choosy signal from an attractive girl, I'm shooting. I don't care where I am, what I'm doing. Okay. She's walking towards me. She smiled. I smiled back, looked down. She's walking a dog. I bring up the dog. Right. And at this point, actually, I was a little bit behind her because I didn't see her smile until I kind of passed her. And I just started talking. Another thing, too, with conversating with women is you don't need to ask for approval. You can just start speaking. Like, you don't need to say like, hi, excuse me, you're so beautiful, miss, hello. No, just start talking. I'm speaking to you now. Welcome into my conversation. You're presuming the conversation. So I was like, what kind of dog is that? Easy. So simple. So easy. Oh, it's a Pomeranian, blah, blah, blah. And the dog looked, it didn't, you know how Pomeranians, they look fluffy. They look like little fluff balls. This Pomeranian didn't look as fluffy. So I was like, oh, really? Is it mixed? Because aren't they normally like marshmallows? Like they're just like fluff balls? They laughed. Boom, boom, boom. Rapport. Context-based. You don't need to lead with compliments. You don't need to lead with bullshit. You don't need to lead with all of this validation of putting them on a pedestal. And so we had this conversation about the dog. And once I felt that this topic was ending, because you need to have conversational awareness. You can't run a conversation topic forever. It's going to get old. It's going to get stale. We're going to reach the end at some point. I cannot talk to this girl for 20 minutes about a dog, right? And so how you open is never how you close. Never. You need to be able to do pivots and move through conversation with different pivots, reading their energy. That's what you have to get good at. And so I talked a little bit about the dog and then asked them if they were Middle Eastern because I looked like they were. And now we're in ethnicity talk. And now we're in this talk. And I'm asking questions. Are friends from here? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I know a friend from there. Blah, blah, blah. Commonality, decreasing anxiety, increasing comfort. And then I closed. And then I was like, I'll let you guys get to it. I got to go get my car. Blah, blah, blah. You always want to be the first one out. It's really, really important to understand this. And on dates. But you always want to be the first one to exit the conversation, exit the plans. And if you're on a date, you always want women wanting more. So even if you're on a date, be like, oh, like you should be the one kicking them out. They should not be like, oh, I gotta get going. Have that be in your prerogative. Also, too, with texting, right? When we talk about texting, it's really important to vanish and leave in these spots of conversation that makes them want you more. Very, very important. Never overstay your welcome with women because they are driven by the incentive to get more attention. That's it. Attention and emotional spikes is the only driving force of all their behavior. All of it. All of it. No exception. So your behavior needs to induce a response in them that makes them want to put in more effort to get more of your attention. So if you're always in the conversation, you never leave them wanting more, you never make them work for it, blah, 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 they will put in no effort. It will no longer be valuable to them. So whether I'm approaching or whether I'm texting or whether I'm on a date, I'm always leading first. I'm always just nipping it right where I should be and moving on. So I was the one to move on and nip it. And I converted, closed. We're talking. We'll set up something this week. I've been busy. And I think the underlying ruling principle in approaching is context rapport based is your best friend. You don't need to be performative. You don't need to be auditioning. Not at all. That actually turns them off. That makes them feel uncomfortable. The more effort you put in with women, the more uncomfortable they feel. You disarm them by being nonchalant, not giving a fuck. And that equals attraction. Now, I also went on some dates this week, of course. Friday was a double booking. And here's how I did it. So on Friday, I had my normal matches roll in. I already had a date planned for Friday night. I had a date planned. I matched this girl on Hinge, but I knew her from this cafe at this hotel that I go to for coffee and I like to work at. So I already, I've seen her in passing. I never, went for it, but I've seen her in passing. Because whenever I go there, I'm just in work mode and I don't really give a shit to, hit on girls. Sometimes I'm just see ya. And then I matched with her and I'm like, you know what? Yeah. You're up. Fucking batter up, bitch. So I had plans with her on Friday. I set plans with her maybe on Wednesday or something. I don't remember. You don't want to set more than 3 days out, just generally speaking. And so we had plans that night, but I had my matches rolling in. See, when you have an optimized profile, When you have a profile that markets your product very well, that is the game. And then you have things on autopilot. It's like a really good funnel in business. You just have like customers coming to you, right? And so I have my profile set up and optimized. I have girls coming to me. And so I was like talking to this one girl, and I could tell the interest there. And so I'm like, I'm gonna go for double book. All right, we should be good. We should be good now. I switched mics. Yeah, I see it working. All right. So as I was saying, yeah, the mic totally cut. All right, as I was saying, it doesn't matter what the outcome is that you want in dating, guys. Like, you can't avoid the process of filtration and attracting and finding. And it's so commonplace. If somebody wants a long-term relationship, they date with so much pressure and intensity on seriousness, on like, I'm gonna find one girl, and then they go on one date and they fall in love, and then they're so confused when the girl doesn't like them back. That is not going to get you to where you want to go. You need to operate in a way that is advantageous for women, not your end outcome. And as a result, you will get your end outcome because women want what women want. Women behave how women behave. You cannot go into the dating market and be like, all right, it's time to settle down, time to get a girlfriend. I'm going to go on all I need is like 2 dates. I'll go on one date. You fall in love with this girl. You tell her exactly what you want because she said she wants a long-term relationship. And then you're so confused when you never hear from her again. Never listen to women, okay? I don't care if she wants a wife and kids. They want to have fun. They want mystery. They want intrigue. They don't want a guy that's eager. They don't want a guy telling her all of her plans. This is unavoidable. And so you cannot lose the game just because you want a relationship, you want a girlfriend, you want something serious. The game is the game. And that's where you need to have discipline over your behavior. Because even if you go on a date with a girl and you fucking hit it off like crazy, because I've done that. Dude, I've hit it off with women I haven't even met yet. There's one time I hit it off with this girl I met online and literally flew her in and we just started dating immediately. I've been there. I totally have been there. But you can't lose your frame. You cannot lose your frame or your behavior or how you're operating. None of these things. They have to, like, that's the biggest trap men fall into. I will clearly say. Funny story, and then we'll get into question in like 10 minutes. Funny story from one of my dates last week. So one of the dates last week, which one? This was the one that I saw from the coffee place, but I matched with online. So I run my 2-venue close, very standard, bar here, bar there, come home. And so we're at my place. And so like my thing, guys, is I have this lion. Okay. I have this like statue of a lion. And so every time I'm like, you got to come see my lion. You need something when you're converting, when you're closing. You need some little thing. So my thing is the fucking lion. Okay. And so I'm like, you got to see my lion. Like, you don't like, whatever. Right. And so she comes over and she was honestly a smarter girl than a lot of women. And so I show her the fucking lion in the bedroom. We start making out. And she's like, is the line your closing move? So funny. So good. Just knew immediately. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about? Closing move. I thought you'd want to see my lion. Just double down. But she knew immediately. And this is the micro shit test that happened with women in real time. Or if you don't know how to handle these like questions and situations and things that come up, you could very easily like talk yourself out of like seduction. You can talk yourself out of desire. You can behave in a way that actually turns them off, even though they're baiting you. Another thing she did that tried to bait me was also hilarious. I don't know how we were talking. I think we were joking about the line or whatever the fuck. And she was like, how many women has the lion seen or something like that? Another shit test, another bait while we're like laying in bed. And I something about me that I teach is I'm a big sidestepper with female questions. I troll them. I never answer directly. I'm always just trolling them and fucking with them. It's so easy to fall trap and victim to questions they ask you and get baited into behavior that is unattractive to them. Like, it's so easy. It happens all the time. Happens on first dates, second dates, third dates, a year in. They're baiters. They are fucking baiters. And so anyways, she fucking asked me this, and I'm like, oh man, the line's seen a lot. Like I was just like insinuating to like, no shit, it's seen a lot of people, but I'm not gonna give you like a fucking, it's been 82 women and I banged them all, and like the lion's staring right there. Like that's too serious. I'd rather keep her in mystery. I'd rather just like everything I tell them is very vague and ambiguous because I want their mind to just run. Just run. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, it's seen multiple states, multiple cities, it's seen a lot. I'm not going to tell you how many fucking women it's seen. Their mind can't run. Their mind's gotta fucking run. It's gotta run. It's gotta be in La La Land. It's gotta be like, do I believe him? Do I not believe him? What's the actual truth? Just leave them there. They love not knowing shit. Women love being in the dark. They love being curious. This is fundamental. That's why a guy that is mysterious is very attractive to a woman. If they know everything about your intention and what you do and blah, 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 and their mind can't run to fictional La La Land where they like to be, it genuinely destroys desire. And so you have to be good in these situations with questions of just like, I'm not really a direct question answer. I just sidestep shit. I fucking make shit up. I just troll them. There's no point in being honest with women. They don't even want you to be honest. Has a woman ever asked you as a question, you were just completely honest, and they were just like, ew? Happens all the time, guys. They don't want to know anything. They just want to feel things. They like the tension. So, funny times. She's pretty cool. I'm going to see her in a few days. But again, I don't like her. Again, it doesn't matter. Again, I'm perfectly fine walking away. That's where the mind always has to be. I don't care who you meet. I don't care how many boxes they check. Because once you tie your heart and your emotion to a woman, they will sense that subconsciously and take you to the fucking cleaners. All right. I'll do some questions now. Appreciate all the support. Who is Stacy Slang? I don't know who that is. I'm assuming it's a woman. Here's my question. Let's say I want to target cute girls online that are fairly popular on Instagram, 50 to 100 followers. How should my profile look? Should I show off my business links in bio? Overall, how should the profile look to target this? Traveling, what other things should be? Should it blah 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 blah? Okay. I'd be curious to know how many followers you have right now. That matters a little bit. It does not matter as much as women, but it does matter a little bit. Now, in terms of how you should set up your profile, I personally like the mysterious form of income guy. I think that's the most interesting and curious and high status form of Instagram profile for women, because you have to understand women don't care what you do. I mean, yes, a cool company, right? If the company has status, that's cool. They don't want you to talk about it, but seeing you have a cool company can help you. So if the company is cool and interesting and adds status to you, include it in the bio. Now, but if you're just successful with like a roofing company or like, something like that, then no point. You should only include the company if it adds direct status. Now, with that being said, your imagery on your Instagram, and this applies to whether you want high status women or whatever, just marketing yourself the best, it should mainly be you. Good images of you, not selfies, not mirror pictures, not fucking group pictures where it's like you and a herd of dudes. It should be good ass images of you doing things that show status. Okay. This doesn't even necessarily mean that you need to spend a lot of money, but it could be restaurants, rooftops, venues, traveling, any of these things. Really, really good. Really good. Now you want to have some highlights as well to show your lifestyle. To show your lifestyle a little bit, but again, mysterious, right? You don't need to give an autobiography in your bio. You don't need to tell about, be a bit ambiguous. It just shows that you have a mysterious form of income. That is my favorite. You might need to buy some followers as well. 100% get verified. Have your following to follower ratio be good. All these things are really, really important. So even if you have a great profile, but let's say you have 1,000 followers, but you're following 3,000, you look like a clown, right? You don't look real. So have your ratio be good. Mine is like 700 following to like 4,000 followers. I think that's decent. That's fine. It could be, of course, better above 10K and whatever, but those are the principles. I don't know who's Clav. I don't know who that is. How to get your frame back? Well, you need to display through different avenues that you're better than her. So you're never going to get frame back with increased effort. You're never going to get frame back and also, I will say, so a lot of times, like you shouldn't try to even get them back. A lot of times you have an abundance issue. Like if you're worried about getting a girl back, I would ask you, what does your lead flow look like? What does your abundance level look like? How many dates can you set a week easily? If all of those things are down, you're focusing on the wrong problem. Focusing on the problem of one girl is not the core issue. The core issue is you don't have abundance, which is what you need to fix. I digress. If you do want to try and get the frame back, it's not going to be through effort. It's only going to be through showing them you don't need them and drip feeding that into their mind. So for example, if you have them on Instagram, you're posting stories pretty occasionally, pretty consistently, showing lifestyle. Right? You're showing that you have a life. You need to show that you don't need her. It's the only way. It's not double texting or creative messages or whatever. If the frame is fucked, you just need to simply show them you don't need them. By default, they will be curious and want you more than putting in more effort. But again, typically it's a root cause of abundance issues. She lives inland, but there's a place on the coast which is like an hour. Is that the best bet for me? Have her come to you. I'm never a person. I'm never an advocator of driving or going out of your way to see a woman, ever. My dates, I walk to. Okay, I live in a city, but like my dates, I walk to. Bitch, I'm paying. It's my time. You can come to me. I have her find a place near you. She's like, oh, why don't we meet halfway? Oh, I got meetings. I'm busy. I can't drive. Meet me here. Like you should carry yourself with that energy, with that level of confidence. I think driving an hour and she drives an hour, it's like, Why doesn't she just drive 1 hour? She's gonna drive the same amount of time and you don't drive. like just work that and just say it confidently and say some bullshit reason as to why you can't drive the hour. I'm busy. I got shit going on. I got family. Just meet me here. Just meet me here. I got blah 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 blah. Boom. Just guys, normalize making up shit. Okay, making up little reasons as to why things have to be the way they are with women always works. Girl coming home, I got a line, right? I'm not saying come home. I'm saying see the line. If you want to have logistics in your favor, just say you're busy. Just say you have things going on. This won't work for you. This will work for you. I'm assuming you're going to take her out anyways. Like, I'm going to take you out anyways. It'll be a fun time. Don't even worry. Put on an audiobook. It'll be great. I'll see you there. Boom, 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 boom. You don't need to put in effort for them to like you. You don't. You don't need to put in fucking an hour drive, and that can apply to any question. Slowly building a business. 2 years, that's pretty long. Basically trying to think of an optimal profile to aim towards so that in 2 years I'll be able to DM. Yeah, build up your status, build up the things you do, build up your followers. I would invest in followers if you only have 100. No doubt. If you want it, yeah, because Instagram is important even if you're not DMing. Instagram is important because it builds into your web of certainty and social proof, even if you're not DMing. Online, in person, it's a massive part of my funnel and what I teach. My girlfriend worshipped the ground I walked on, then I caught feelings and got attached and weak. I am losing power, but I don't think it is fucked. How do I flip it back? Start treating her like shit. Like, this is the part of women that no one wants to admit. And they're going to call me a bad guy, and they're going to say I'm a piece of shit, and it's not true. She does not respect you now because you're fucking nice to her. Because you're a sweetheart. That's why she doesn't respect you. Stop responding so quick. Get busier. Like, ignore her more. Do not be considerate of her emotions. Do not be considerate of the things she wants. She asks you to do something, don't do it. Never compliment her. Make it difficult. She'll love you in a week. But you have to flip hard. Like, you have to flip hard, and you have to understand that these things are just the truth. Do not feel like you're a bad person because you are behaving this way or you're a piece of shit or whatever. This is reality. They only want a powerful man. Powerful men are not fucking nice sweethearts. They are tyrants. They don't tolerate bullshit. So just ignore her. No validation, no attention, no compliments. Get busy, blow her off, blah, 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 blah. 100%. Fun stuff. Women, fun stuff. Fun stuff. And the problem is, guys, a lot of times in relationships, we immediately fall victim to how they're treating us. It's a big problem. You cannot reciprocate the niceness. You cannot reciprocate the sweetness. She's only doing that because you're not reciprocating. And you have to understand it's fundamental truth. When you reciprocate the energy, when you're super nice back, when you treat her how she wants to treat you, all of these problems come in. All of these problems, they get too much power, they abuse it, blah, 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 blah. It's just fundamental to female psychology. What should I do if I have no success on dating apps? I guarantee your images suck. I guarantee your branding sucks. I guarantee it all. Like, unless you're, hideously ugly, which is never the case. It's never the case. It's always an average guy with terrible optimization. Always. Invest in images, get good images, learn how to fucking dress. That's 80% of your problem with dating apps. It's just your marketing of the product. It's 100% how you look. 1000%. At the initial, and then it becomes texting really quick. But if you're not getting matches, if matches is the problem, it's your profile sucks. I guarantee your images are terrible. You need a better haircut. Looks matter. It's not everything, but your appearance online really, really does make a big difference. How to stop giving a fuck? What's my framework? I just don't care. I think I'm better than every woman on planet Earth. All of them. All of them combined. And I'm not even saying this as a joke. Like, it's because I know that. I know how their minds work. I know how their minds work, and I know how just weasel they are. I'm trying not to get this live banned. I've already been banned before on a live. But it's like, I don't care. I know I'm better than them. Like I know it. So I don't care. Like even if on an approach I get rejected or something, I'm like, I'm like, you just made the biggest fumble of your entire life. You literally made the worst decision of your entire life. Congratulations. Because I know women make bad decisions all the time. They make bad decisions all the fucking time, guys. They're generational, terrible decision makers. And they run off emotion. They don't know what's going on. And they overthink. And they vape. And they're nervous. And it's like, why would I care what this creature thinks? Knowing that about them. Why would I care? It's impossible. It's absolutely fucking impossible to care what these creatures think once you truly understand these creatures. Or you're just into fucking, I don't know, you're a generational victim and you hate yourself. Gym game. Love it. Love it. Massive advocate of going to the gym and pulling up. I think this notion of like, oh, I'm going to see them again or like whatever, like blah, blah, blah is so dumb. It's so dumb and gay. Like, shoot. Who cares if you're going to see them again? Who cares about any of that? Shoot your shot with women at the gym, grocery store, whatever, and run context-based approach. It's very simple. You guys are just two human beings. Don't overthink it. Do not overthink, oh, I'm at the gym and I might see her again at 5 p.m. Or like, what if other women see me? Oh my God. No. They're going to assume you two know each other, or they're going to think you have a big dick because you're going up to a girl, all of which are good. It doesn't matter at all. I've approached countless women at the gym. I've had same-day closes from gym approaches. Run it. Context-based, start conversation, convert to Instagram, know how to pivot and spike emotion. Hold your ground. Very simple. Read interest. If you have good images and you get matches, your texting's terrible. That's the problem, man. Your texting is fucking awful. If you get matches and no dates, then you're getting ghosted, you're getting flaked on, you're not getting responses back. Your texting is the core problem. You're not getting used for attention. You are letting yourself get used because your behavior sucks. If a woman uses you for attention, it's your fucking fault. It is your fault because you're letting them. Women will use guys and stomp on guys they can stomp on. They can't help it. Your job is to be a man that is unstoppable, unusable because of your behavior and how you operate. So you need to change your texting a lot. You need to change how you talk to them. You need to change your methodology of getting off the app and doing all these things. Because if you're getting used, it's your fault. Should I get bracer or Invisalign? Yeah, I would. Teeth are important. I got really blessed with good teeth. Never had to do anything, but I would say it is important. Your smile, because I smile a lot at women, and I think that the smile can release anxiety a lot. It can really like on a psychological level, like relax them, comfort them, which is important, right? And as you guys know, I'm a big proponent of polarity and duality of emotion. Yes, I want to comfort them, but I also want to slam them down. Yes, I want to make them laugh. I also want to tell them they're weasels. Yes, I want to have them be super comfortable with me. I also want them to know I am fucking in charge and I'm not going to tolerate bullshit. It's polarity. It's duality. You do too much of one, you have no success. You need both. And finding the sweet spot takes time. You need a fucking drink. You got to find the sweet spot. I think it's the most difficult part. Like when I work with guys one-on-one, just getting them to that sweet spot of their behavior is king. It's what drives attraction. And it's also what feels organic to you, which women can also feel. Because online and in person are different, obviously. What else would be the fucking problem? Like, if you're getting matches and you can't set dates, it's how you're operating. It's how you're texting and building certainty. Clearly. Like, what else would be the fucking problem? So which one would you recommend? I don't know, brother. I'm not a dentist. Whatever fixes your teeth in the quickest amount of time. That's what I recommend. Your process off dating app should be very, very tight. It should be very focused on speed, efficiency, capturing the emotion, and also focused on building a lot of certainty, right? Because when you match the girl online, you're a stranger. You're just an image on the screen. They don't know you. They see your face. Okay, you're pretty handsome, but like, there's nothing built there. There's a lot of anxiety that you have to just break down with how you talk to them and make them know that then you're fucked. I don't know what to tell you. Like you're saying you do everything right, but nothing works, then you're fucked. Because I said 3 dates a day from fucking dating apps. I mean, like, what a stupid fucking question. I do everything right, but it's not working. Okay, then you're just a retard. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I know you like context-based openers instead of compliments. Which I agree with, but how would it work for messaging a semi-popular girl and say I have a good profile? You run the same thing. You run the same exact thing. It's no different. Because you have to understand, it's all about how you operate. It's about how you operate. Like, it really is no different. And with Instagram too, it's like a dating app. It really is heavily based on appearance. There's like, if you have a terrible profile, you can't just say some one magic line and it's just riz fucking 100K girls. Like, that's just not how it's going to work. You need to set up the profile first, and everything will follow. Challenge them, tease them, rapport based, all those things work. There's no different. It mainly just leans on your profile. Did you link with the flight? She lives in fucking Switzerland. Okay, the flight attendant lives in Switzerland. I'm back home in the United States. She comes here on layover sometimes. That'd be the only play. I'm not gonna fly to Switzerland to fucking see this person. That is the thing about flight attendants. It's like, what are we gonna do here? Like time is of the essence. Gonna happen right now, or it's probably never gonna happen. I don't give a fuck because I'm not gonna fly there. No, don't be careful. Don't care at all. That's your problem. Your problem is you're in your head and you care about what you're saying. That is your fundamental problem. Do not care. Do not care at all. Who cares? There's a billion girls. There's a billion. They're everywhere. Like who gives a fuck? like they're everywhere. Say the dumbest shit to them, and you'll find a new one in a second. Being careful is the quickest way to get no women. You want to be a guy that's being careful and in his head and thinking about responses. Enjoy zero women. Enjoy women thinking you're invisible. You need to be bold. You need to not give a fuck. Then you get success. It's the art of not caring that wins. Like, that is the fundamental fact of mindset. I'll do 2 more questions. Man, I need some more water. Once you guys understand truly from an abundance perspective that women are so replaceable and there's so many, you just, like, all your fears dissipate. They all go away. They're all gone because you're just like, wow, I mean, I can fuck this one up. And there's just like, they're just everywhere, guys. Like, don't be careful. Don't be timid. Don't be overthinking what you're saying. Don't be none of that. Say some dumb shit. Troll them. Offend them. Be bold. Ghost them. Do it all. And when you're in that mindset of abundance, they chase you like a madman. They can't help it. They cannot help it. Appreciate the support, sir. Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen eventually. That'd be a hilarious podcast. That would be a hilarious podcast. If you guys are on Twitter, you should tag me under his post. I think that would do the job, honestly. I think that would do the job. I am on Twitter if you guys are on Twitter. Twitter's been fun. Twitter, I've actually been getting nice traction on Twitter. For someone that just yaps all the time, Twitter's been pretty solid. But yeah, tag me under his post. I think that would do the job. I know it's going to happen eventually. I mean, it's just a matter of time, because I think that would be fucking hilarious conversation. Hilarious. Am I going to do more videos with Chad? No, I'm not. That did not last, and we're full steam ahead on just the real game. No more collaborations that way. I'm going to do some approaches today too. I got to go to the mall anyways. Might as well shoot my shot and document it. I am going to hire a videographer very soon for to get me doing real game stuff. I mean, real life stuff, which is going to be really good. If you want to date a girl, but be ethically non-monogamous, at what point should you bring this up? First, if you did, it's very late. You need to, this is going to sound terrible, but she needs to be in love with you to be open to that. And so what I mean by that is this is not something you can broach before she needs to love you, and then she'll be more open to your worldview. She'll be more open to the things you want. If she's not at that level of genuine desire, super, super high desire, unless she's just, a hoe that wants that too, but she's not going to want it because she'll want to, hook up with other guys too. But for her to be loyal to you and you to have your options open, it'll need to be something that is worked on, and the desire needs to be super high, super fucking high. I will post a day game on YouTube. I need to find a videographer because I tried the Ray-Ban glasses, but they look so geeky and they beep and it's really obvious. And I won't feel comfortable doing that. And I want to take off my glasses when I talk to a girl and make eye contact anyways. So I need to I'm looking at hiring somebody in my area to discreetly kind of record me so that we can do that, because I think that'll be really good to see. Really good to understand kind of how I apply everything in real life. And I'm doing it anyway, so I might as well record it. I fucking love approaching women. I don't give a shit. So I might as well record it and make content with it. All right, last question. And then I'm going to fucking bounce. So do you tell girls you're committed to them, or do you know that you did around multiple? How I handle that is, again, with the question answering, I'm very vague about it. I don't really give a direct answer unless of course it gets to the point where it's months in or whatever the case is and she's pressing me on it. Then typically, honestly, I just let them go. If it's a problem, I typically just let them go because women are really replaceable. So it really depends what you want. It really depends what you want. I'm at the point now where I've had plenty of women. I don't need to just run through them. It still happens from time to time, but it can get to an excess, a point of excess, to be honest. Should you never use emojis when texting? Yeah, I'm not a big emoji guy. I'm really not, actually. I think it's good to not use emojis because it's more nonchalant. That's kind of my opinion. Yeah, I just don't really run with emojis. Tell us a story where you approached on the street. Rewatch the stream. Rewatch the stream because in the early part of the stream, I did multiple stories about that. All right, last question. Do you ever plan on giving up the good life one day and finding a true female partner for long term? We'll see, of course, because I want a family and I want children. So we'll have to see how that evolves. We'll have to see how powerful I get and what ends up happening, because as you accrue power, things change. Life does change. Regular life and life of that, very different. Very, very different. Different things you need to put in place, different protocols, different relationships you can have with women. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if monogamy for 50 years of my life is realistic. That's something interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll keep everything on the table, essentially, is how I would answer that. What I do for a living, I do this, bro. I coach people. I coach. I have a mentorship program. I have products. I have other businesses. But yeah, man, I'm a high-level dating coach for successful guys that are tired of settling and getting them right. What did I say when she asked about politics? I normally just sidestep it. Politics is disgusting and dirty anyways. I mean, just I think being apolitical and just focusing on yourself is the best bet. What are you gonna do? If you're not running for office, what are you gonna do? Cry on the internet? Just ignore that bullshit and work on yourself, is my opinion. So I don't get too involved. And if she is super political, I just say oh, you're so silly. I just don't even. I don't even fucking engage with her. I don't even go there. I don't even let her take the conversation to such a serious place, because women think they can handle things they just can't handle. They can't handle fucking geopolitical conversation. Like, stop it. Foreign affairs, really? We're going to talk about wars and allies and the economy? No, we're not. We're not going there. I don't care if you like it. We're not fucking going there. All right, guys. Thanks for coming to live. It's been real. It's been fun. I'm sure I'll do a couple of these a month for sure. Look out for all the content. I'll see you guys soon.